Hi, I'm Paul Heighton. Welcome to Beach Glass. Today we'll be making pan-seared scallops with maple syrup and a porter beer cream sauce. Enjoy. All right, so we're going to take some leeks. We're going to cut these up to start with our sauce. We're going to use the whiter end, the sweeter end at the white. The more greener it gets at the stalks, it's more fibrous and chewy, and it's not as sweet. So you want to use basically the white end of the leeks. So I'm just going to take this sweet end, I'm going to cut it up, cut it into quarters, and then just chop it up nice. So you got to be careful when you're cutting stuff like this. I cut myself pretty bad with leeks before, so it's good to make the claw. I like to make the claw with my hand and just get in there and put your knife up against the knuckle and just ease its way down through the leek. And it's simple as that. Now we're ready to start making our sauce. All right, so now we're going to make a little bacon and corn sort of relish, garnish sort of thing. It really goes nice with the scallops. So I'm going to get, it'll be about enough bacon, about a couple strips of bacon. So we're going to get that in and get the fat rendering down. And we'll put a little bit of oil in there, just enough to help it start heating up a little bit better. So that's going to take a few minutes to start breaking down, and then we can add the corn in, blister that up a little bit, a little salt and pepper. It'll be perfect. All right, so our bacon's rendered down pretty good. The fat's starting to go away and leave us with some nice crispy bits. So we're going to add about a quarter a cup of corn. Maybe a touch more, but all right. That's going to start cooking down. The bacon fat's going to start coating the corn. It's going to blister up. It's going to be nice. Bacon and corn, right? Come on. Fantastic. So that's going to go for about 2 minutes. And then we can take it off the heat, set it aside, and it'll be ready for when we plate. A little salt and pepper. There you go, fresh ground pepper, fresh ground salt. There's nothing better. Okay, now we're going to make our sauce for our appetizer. So it's going to be based on like a porter beer we're going to use. So we're going to use Uncle Leo's, a local Pictou County porter beer, but you can get a porter beer, I'm sure, at any draft beer producer in your area, and it would work just as good. So we're going to start with about a tablespoon of oil in the pan, and probably a tablespoon of butter. We mix them up, they work well together. The oil lets the pan get hot, and the butter produces a lot of flavor. So those are going to melt down. And there's going to be a lot of fat in here, but we're going to put some flour in it and build a little roux, and it's going to help thicken our sauce in the end. So that's getting hot now. So we're going to put our leeks in, and it'll calm it all down. So we'll let those cook for a little bit. The butter's still melting. And while that's melting, we're going to throw in a tablespoon of mustard. And And that's gonna help build more flavor. So we're building some layers of flavor. So that's gonna mix in there. Smells good. Perfect. Little salt, little pepper. I like to season the layers, so that's one layer. Okay, now we're gonna start adding our flour for our roux. So it's usually equal parts fat to flour, so we'll probably put a tablespoon and a bit in, and we'll see how that builds up. So it's gonna start absorbing all the fat and clumping up, and it's gonna build a roux. So you can cook the roux as long or as little as you want, but we're just gonna let it come together. So 30 seconds or so. And once that heats up, it's ready to start adding our liquid. So we'll start off with some chicken stock. So we'll put about a cup of chicken stock in. Woo. All right, let that heat up. Okay, and after you get the chicken stock in, we're gonna put in 1 bay leaf and 2 to 3 sprigs of thyme. And you can see how thick it is already. It's not enough chicken stock, not enough liquid. So we're gonna add some more liquid. That's gonna be our awesome beer. So we're gonna put about a cup of Uncle Leo's porter in. Beautiful. That gives that a nice color. Looks beautiful beer color. And then we're probably gonna put about a half a cup of cream in. And that's pretty much the base of our sauce there. A little salt and pepper. We're gonna let that cook down. It's gonna get about thick enough to coat the back of a spoon, and then it's gonna be ready for our appetizer. So a little salt and pepper. Just bring the sauce to a simmer. And just basically let it simmer down until it gets as thick as you want. But for this particular recipe, we're gonna get it thick enough to sort of coat the back of the spoon and use it as the base of our dish. So we have our bacon and corn cooked. We have a little sauce made. So now we're gonna get on with the start of the show. We have a few scallops here. Just a little bit of salt and pepper on them. We have a nice hot pan, a little bit of oil to get them going, and then it's just put the scallops right in the pan. There's some sizzle, and just like a minute on each side, and they'll probably be good. Some high heat going to give them a good sear. I like to take my scallops and pat them with some paper first to get all the moisture off them, so that it'll give them a good sear on the outside, because if there's any moisture on it, it'll steam that first, and you won't get as good a crust or a sear on them. So did that, little salt and pepper, now they're in the pan. All right, so they'll let you know when they're ready to pull away, so we'll give them a little flip here and see if we can get them looking all right. So I'm gonna turn the heat off now, just let them finish. And then we'll be ready to plate. So let's make a nice little appetizer. So we're gonna start with our sauce. We have our beautiful porter sauce here. We're just gonna take some of that. It's got some of the nice leeks in it. So it's gonna be a little bit bitter, but a little bit sweet with the leeks. So we'll just take a little bit of that, put it right on there. We're going to hit it next with a little bit of corn and bacon. Just sort of right on there like that. Don't be afraid. And our scallops can go on next. Just beautifully on there. We're going to garnish with a little bit of maple syrup, because maple and bacon and all that wonderful stuff sort of works together. And always a little bit of oil, fresh, beautiful olive oil. It just brings it all together. And Bramble Hill Farms is a nice local provider here. They got us some beautiful corn shoots. And you can just put some wonderful corn shoots all around it. They just give a nice, powerful punch of corn just to finish it right off. and they're gonna help make it look fantastic. Okay, there's our finished product. It's a beautiful scallop dish made with lots of local products. I really hope you find the time to make it. I know you're gonna enjoy it.